morning, lads. I just wanted to go through feedback there on the homework questions we had from yesterday before I do any more. Um, for the most part, those who submitted their answers for part A, question 2, were correct. They took their £1 34 or $1.34, multiplied that by 350, and got their value of $469, which was perfect. As expected, there's a few issues here on part B, okay? And this just highlights the fact that we have to follow the steps that I showed you in the video, okay? When you are doing a currency conversion, the best thing to figure out is what currency am I starting with and what currency am I finishing with, okay? So in this question here, we have to finish in euro. We know that €1 is worth $1.34, but we don't know what $1 is worth. Okay, so therefore, to do this calculation here in part B, you have to work out what $1 is worth. So that's 1 divided by 134, and this is where most people made their mistake. You get a number of decimal places, but you have to round to 2 decimal places, because in currencies we work with the smallest I suppose part of the currency in euro for example, would be a cent. So therefore, here we have it's converted to 0.75. Okay, a lot of people said 0.74. So therefore, what we do here is we take our 871, we multiply that by 0.75, and we get 653.25. Now, that single digit there, a lot of people said 0.74, made a big difference there in the final answer. So just be aware of that. That is really important. Final thing, question 3 there, I think most people got that one right. So you just take your £21, multiply that by 104, and you got your €21.84. Okay, that's currency conversions. I'm now looking at this page here, page 355. Okay, the final thing I'm going to look at on this chapter here is about investments. Okay, so in the future, maybe right now, you might have money and you invest it in a bank, and the bank will pay you money. They'll pay you a percentage per year to have the money invested with them. Okay. Now, usually it's not as high as these percentages we're seeing here in front of us, unless maybe you're investing in things like stocks. That you'll have heard of the stock market. That companies will pay out a percentage to you for the stocks that you have in the company. But you have to be able to work out the amount of money that you would earn in each of these scenarios here in front of us. Okay, so I'm going to go through a few questions with you. I'm going to go through questions 1 and 3, and then you'll have a go at a few more from me there for tomorrow. So we're told here to calculate the amount of interest earned for each of the following for 1 year, and we're talking about annual interest. Okay, to do this, what we have to do here is recognize what we have here. So the principal here, the meaning of the principal here is how much I have invested. So I have €1,000 invested, okay, and I am getting 5% interest on this. So what I have to do there is I take my €1,000, okay, so 1,000, and we multiply that by 5%. When you multiply that by 5%, you should get a value there of €50. Okay, so final answer there is €50 in terms of how much interest this person is getting at the end of the year. You should know that when we say the word annual, we're talking about yearly interest. Okay, so that's the answer to the first one. We're just asked to work out the amount of interest. Okay, next part, B. It says this time they're earning 10%. Okay, so again, what you have to do there is you have to take your €2,500 principal. So again, we have 2,500. Okay, and this time you're earning 10%, so you multiply by 10%, and you get a value there of 250. Okay, so 250 there is what this person is earning if they put in €2,500. Okay, so that's the interest earned. And basically, what does that mean? It means that that money there is going to be left in your account at the end of the year. So it's going to be added on to the 2,500. Okay. We're not asked to do that. All we're asked here in this question, however, is we're asked to work out calculate the amount of interest earned. Okay. So that's how you do question 1. If you look here, question 2, it says calculate the amount of interest earned for each of the following. That's exactly the same. Okay. I'm going to look here at question 3 now. Question 3 states, €2,500 is invested at 5% for 2 years. Calculate the final value of this investment. Now, what this means here, it's pretty easy when we work out like for 1 year, okay? Because what's going to happen here is you earn interest and you could add it onto your principal. Your principal is what you start with. But onto the second year, your values are going to change. So we'll see what this looks like here now when we do it up in front of us, okay? So we have this is question 3, I should add. So this is question 3. Okay, so I have €2,500, and this is my money that is inside in the bank. I'm told that if I leave this money inside in the bank, that at the end of the year, I will have received, where is it? I will have received 5% on the first year. Okay, so what I have to do here is I have to multiply this by 5%. Okay, when you multiply that by 5%, you get a value there of €125. Okay, so that means that's the interest earned. Okay, so interest. Now, interest means here that I'm going to, this is going to be added. Okay, so this is interest. It's going to be added onto what I started with originally. So what I started with originally there was my €2,500. Okay, so that's what I'm going to have to do next. I'm going to have to add on my €125, and when you add that on, what do you get? You get €2,625. So in other words, at the end of year 1, this person has €2,625 in their account. Okay, but now we're moving on to year 2. So maybe I should label these and label them year 1 and year 2. So this is year 1. And now we're on to year 2. On year 2, they're still earning the 5%. So what I do here is I multiply this by 5%. And when I do that, I get a value here of, let me see, I get a value here of 131.25. Notice how the interest earned on this year is a little bit more than what I got the previous year. Okay, and that's because, again, instead of having a principal of 2,500, we now have a principal of 2,625. When I multiply that out, I got 131.25, and this again has to be added on. So therefore, when I add 2,625 and 131.25, I get a final value there of 2,756.25, and that's euro. Okay, I don't have space for the euro symbol there. Okay, so that is how you work out the interest earned and the final, I suppose, money in your account each year if you're investing. Okay, and that's the final thing we need to know in financial maths. So I will put up on the Google Classroom the questions that you are going to do for me. And once you have submitted those, we're then going to practice a few end of chapter questions, okay? I'm looking here now in front of me. I think the best questions we could do would be questions 2. Okay, so I'll go back to that page. I think question 2. Okay, let's see. I've done question 3. Question 5 would be another good one. So question 2, question 5. And the last one would be, let's see. And question 9. Have a go at question 9. So question 2, 5, and 9. That's your work for today, lads, and then we're finished the chapter. Okay, we'll talk to you later.